Hello and welcome to the first episode of our Crusader Kings playthrough. Now, what I'm going to do with this collection of series is first I'm going to play the vanilla game, and then the Sword of Islam DLC, etc. in chronological order of release. So, obviously first, as I haven't done any playthrough so far, we're going to use the vanilla game. And it also saves me having to buy the DLC just yet. I was thinking about starting as a count, but then I realised that I am in no way good enough at the game to, rise to any sort of level of greatness from a count starting position. So I was going to go with the Duke. I think a king would be too easy. It would be quite fun, I suppose, to maybe play as, the Navarran king or the Alto Aragon king, but I think Duke is, the sweet spot. And also, I was going to play somewhere in France, and as Toulouse, it just seems about right. I was thinking about, the Duke of Aquitaine, the Duke Guilhelm the 8th of Aquitaine, but he has 13 vassals, and he just seems like a very, very powerful person to start off as. And I don't want to give myself such an easy ride that it becomes boring and monotonous too soon. So we're definitely going to play as Duke Guilhelm the 4th of Toulouse, and we'll click play. We're not going to go into Iron Man mode because if there's any sort of bugs with the game that are unfixable and cause massive amounts of damage, then if you play as Iron Man mode, you cannot rectify that. So this is our lovely leader. He is pretty damn awful, actually, apart from his intrigue skills. He has 6 diplomacy, 2 martial, 4 stewardship, 13 intrigue, which is his main standout stat, and only 3 learning. He's not got any particularly bad traits, but none that really stand out. He is a flamboyant schemer, plus 3 intrigue, minus 1 stewardship. He is diligent. That's actually a really useful trait. He is craven. Again, less useful. Ambitious is good, but it is also bad because it means your liege has a a negative opinion modifier of you because he's sort of watching his back all the time and he doesn't know if you're going to try and take his seat in his throne and things. So it's it's a mixed bag, that trait. Temperate plus 2 stewardship, which is very nice. You can't go wrong with just a positive trait. First things first, we want to pick an ambition, and that ambition will be to get married, as it's just it's the one that everyone picks to start off with. We really want a wife, not particularly who is allied, who gives us an alliance with someone, but more with good stats, like this Great Eminence here. And I really need the good stats because our king has absolutely, or our duke should I say, has absolutely shocking stats. And that's going to really affect us in the long run, unless we get someone else with good stats. So what about Urraca, the Princess of Navarra? And that would also give us an alliance with King Anso, the 4th of Navarra. She has 14 diplomatic power. No, I've been playing too much Europa Universalis. 14 diplomacy skill, 8 martial, 6 stewardship, average, and 11 intrigue. The learning I'm not too worried about. It's not really a standout stat for me. Her traits, again, nothing too bad really. I mean, Wrath is not great, but it gives a plus 3 martial, so that gives some sort of, when combined with our leader skills, that gives some sort of boost. I think we may go with Urraca to start off with. It's always a hard decision, although Lustful would be very, very nice on our first wife. We don't have any children at the moment, and our heir is our brother, so we would still keep on playing if we were to die, but I don't know, there's something a little bit kind of cool about a patrilineal inheritance line. I think so we'll go with... Oh, it is quite a hard choice actually. So that one's a Hungarian. I think we're going to go with Urraca. Just because... I'm not even sure why I would go for Urraca. It's just such a hard... Right, Urraca, we'll go for it. Yeah, done. Right, we'll let time run on a bit. Oh no, we won't. Sorry. We'll first of all set out our councillors, and actually we have quite a nice array of councillors. Their stats are quite decent across the board, apart from our spy master, who is, as it says, they're competent. We want to fabricate a claim somewhere because we want to expand, very quickly. And, well, we'll have a look at our... Where is it? Direct vassals. We'll have a look at our lands. Now, the only borders that we share with a Iberian nation is this one, with the Duchy of Barcelona. And the Duchy of Barcelona is independent. So these 4 provinces are by themselves. No one's going to protect them. He does have allies, but they're both in my... They're both in my kingdom, I think. I'm not sure about La Marche. But he has basically no chance to get them into the war, as it says there, cannot call to war. Because they're vassals of someone, obviously, as it says. I'm just reiterating what it says on the screen. So we'll fabricate a claim on, I think, the small province of Rosello, as that borders our nation, so it just seems, you know, kind of smart to do. We'll train troops in our capital, I think. Yeah, Toulouse has the highest amount of people, and we'll collect taxes in our capital. We will also study technology. Now, this is actually quite an important decision because you really want to get someone with an outstanding amount of technology. I don't know, we really want legalism, I think, because we want a higher domain size, so we want to look for someone with really, really good legalism. And that looks like it could be, I'm not quite, over here is actually really quite good for things like that. I know, sorry, blue is bad, White is very, very good, so I normally go with Constantinople. I normally go to study things in Constantinople, study technology, steel technology in fact, because, I don't know, when you think of Constantinople you think, oh, science centre of the ancient world, all that sort of thing. So we're going to go there, and it actually has a very, very large amount of technology at the moment. Our last councillor will be our court chaplain. He has got 16 learning skill, which is actually, again, very, very decent. We want him to research cultural tech in our capital again. So now we've got all our councillors set out. That's fine. We're not going to change any laws just yet. I think we want to change away from Gavelkind. We want to change to Primogeniture, because that means that our son gets our oldest son, or I think you can, you know, mix around the gender laws, but for the moment our oldest son will inherit all of our land, and that is really useful when you're trying to expand very quickly. We're not going to change any laws yet, as I say. Technology, nothing we can really do. Our military state, we aren't doing brilliantly, I must say. For it really is quite a large duchy. We haven't got that many troops that we can raise, but that can be rectified using all sorts of things, like basically saving up our money until we can hire a very, very large mercenary army. Nothing can be changed on that screen anyway. Intrigue, we need to choose a plot. Now I think, as our domain size is 3 and we only have 2, I think what we need to do is revoke somewhere, although I'll have a look through all the other options first, obviously. Now, Baron Jordan of Castle Naudry is our vassal, and I think the reason it's given us that plot as an option is because we are the heir, but we don't really want to inherit a barony. It just sort of creates more trouble than it's worth, really. If we want to see the Duchy of Gascon granted to a new ruler, which would actually be very, very useful. Same with the Duchy of Poitou, and those two plots have come about because the Duke of Aquitaine, as you can see here, has 3 duchies, and as soon as any one person holds more than one duchy, people start to get a little bit pissy with him, as apparently the game thinks we should. I think first, though, we'll revoke a county, and we will revoke the county of Foix, because why the hell not? We need to invite people. Oh no, this is a cool thing which they've introduced quite recently, the auto-invite plotters button. And we'll speed time up because there's nothing that we can really do else while the game's at a pause. I did offer to marry that lady, didn't I? I did indeed. So we can gain 13.31 gold, or we can gain 100 prestige. Now 100 prestige is just a lot better at this stage in the game. Blessings upon you and your house, I accept your suggestion. Blah blah blah. Brilliant. Now for every 100 prestige, everyone in the world will like you by 1 more. Now that may not seem like a lot, but as soon as you have, say, 1,000 prestige, which we just got 10% of, then people like you by 10. It really starts to stack up. So we have no important decisions left. We can actually revoke the County of Foix, so we may as well just try that. Now, we are actually Occitan, I don't really know how to pronounce that. That's our culture anyway, and our liege is Frankish. So we could convert to his culture, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. We're going to revoke. We'll see what he has to say about that. We've fulfilled that ambition, brilliant. Now it would be kind of nice to take this as an ambition, become the King of Aquitaine, but as soon as you click this, you cannot go back. There is no way that you can go back from that. So I'm going to leave that for a little bit. You would gain 1,000 prestige if you completed that ambition. At the moment, we're just going to choose to have a son, because we have a new wife, she's young, you know, and we'll see if our penis works, basically. I'm going to end the episode there. It does seem quite short, but I don't want to do anything too stupid in the first episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you liked what you see. Comment if I've done anything completely stupid, or if there's anything worth commenting on. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.